What is up, YouTube, on this beautiful rainy day? Anyway, I'm out cruising again. Just wanted to take a video and talk about some guns. I've had a lot of people write to me and say things about guns and all this and that, and I just want to clear a couple things up. First off, the shooting that the guy killed all them young kids, that's terrible. I mean, any American in their right mind, unless they don't have kids or a heart, would think that's absolutely terrible. But here we go again with the gun issue. Let's ban guns. Let's ban assault rifles. Let's ban this. Let's ban that. I've been trying to get this through people's head forever. Guns do not kill people. People kill people. Actually, people nor guns kill people. It's the bullet that kills the person, if you really want to get technical. Just like you can put bullets in guns that are worse than others. That's why when people go out hunting, they don't use buckshot, they use slugs. It's more a powerful bullet. So anyway, with that being said, I don't think guns are the problem. Yes, guns are a problem to an extent. But the problem is I owned an AK-47 at 17 years old. I didn't buy it, but I own one. But the main problem is it's the mental illness that people's not addressing. Because all I hear people say is, we need to ban guns. All these other countries don't have gun problems. Well, a lot of these other countries don't have the mental illness that we have. They don't have the gangs that we have. They don't have the media that's constantly segregating everybody between blacks and whites and Asians and Mexicans and make people sound worse than what they are. So I've said since I've been young, probably in my early 20s, I've said the media needs to quit posting this stuff about school shootings and stuff, because that just gives people more ideas, and the school shootings and things are never going to stop as long as the media keeps on putting it out there. You know, social media and stuff can destroy things, because every time there's a school shooting or something, there's some kid that's been bullied or that has a mental illness that says, oh, well, I'm gonna go do that. So that's the problem. And you know, and then you come out with Black Lives Matter and all this shit, and then that guy up at Buffalo, you know, he probably got sick of the shit and he's like, I'm gonna go out and kill black people. You know, that's terrible. That is terrible. Like I said, I have black friends. That's awful. But, you know, it's the media and stuff segregating people. Like I said, I had an AK when I was 17 years old. I got an AR now. And people's like, well, why do you need that? Because I used to collect guns. What's wrong with that? That's the shit that pisses me off. I can collect any gun I want. I'm not going to go out and use it like this guy did, because this guy had a mental illness. You can't tell me he was right when he shot his own grandmother in the face. You can't tell me when you shoot your own grandma or your mom or your dad or your sister or your brother, or you go out to an elementary school, not even a high school or college, and start shooting third and fourth graders. You can't tell me that that kid wasn't mentally ill. But all the Democrats want to talk about, and Jimmy Kimmel, which drives me nuts because he's a pure Democrat, always wants to bash Trump, and always now it's Abbott out in Texas and all this and that. Blaming the guns. Why not blame mental illness? You know what? And here's my thing, that people want to take guns away. Okay, so you disarm all the good people with guns, you disarm all the cops with guns, and here's what I can't get through all these dumbass people's heads. The bad people are always going to have guns, no matter how strict the gun laws are. The bad people will always have guns. New York City and Chicago has the toughest gun laws there is, and there is murders every night, especially on the weekends on a nice summer night. People are getting slaughtered out there with the most strictest gun laws there is in the United States of America. Now explain that to me. And once again, you know, Jimmy Kimmel, if you see this video, which you won't, is ran by Democrats. Detroit, New York City, Chicago, California, most of the places that have the most murders and the problems are ran by Democrats. So there you go. But anyway, like I said, we need to address mental illness more than guns. But I'm going to get back to my point now. Talking about, so you disarm all the cops because, Black Lives Matter, and people's going to love that because they automatically think that white people just go out and kill black people, the white cops. Because, that's just how they think. Majority of them. Like I said, my black friends ain't for Black Lives Matter, and they don't feel that way, but some of them do. So you disarm all the cops, you disarm all the good people in America. Well, let me tell you something. So what happened the other day, like I said, was a horrible act. It was awful. It was terrible. I mean, there ain't no words to describe what happened. But you know what? If you had the security and the border patrol and nobody had guns, that dude, I guarantee you, was still going to have an AR, an AK, or a gun. Because he was going to have it. Like I said, the bad people will always be able to get a gun. I can go down to Columbus and I can buy me a gun off of the streets that's been used in God knows how many murders, that's hot, that nobody knows whose name it's in. I can go out, I can wear gloves and stuff, I can go out and kill a couple people with it, and then I can either ditch the gun or I can sell it to somebody for $5 or $10. Moral of the story is, if I'm a bad guy, I know where to go, I know where to buy things, and I'm going to have a gun if I'm a bad guy. It's just simple as that, and I can't get that through. I don't even want to say the Democrats, Republicans, I can't get that through you damn people's heads. Yeah, you can tighten up the gun laws. You can make it harder to buy a gun. But the bad people are always going to have a gun, period. I mean, you might as well just stop talking about guns. Because the bad people, you will never get them out of their hands. Like I said in this video, I'm going to address it again. New York and Chicago have the strictest gun laws in the United States of America. And there is still killings all the time out there. Why? If they got the strictest gun laws and they do the best background checks and they make sure that bad people don't have guns, why is there so many murders and killings out there? You guys answer that question. Because, like I said, bad people will always have guns and they will always be able to get a gun. It's not that hard to figure out. Go to the south side of Chicago, go to the Bronx, go to bad parts in New York City, go to bad parts in Chicago, go to any bad part of the city and just go around and ask somebody, hey, how much you sell that gun for me for? Do you know who has a gun I can buy? Guarantee you, 99.9% chance you will run into somebody that will sell you his gun or that knows somebody that has a gun. If you want drugs, you can get drugs. Whatever you want on the street, you can get if you want it. So then that takes me to my next thing. Okay, you ban guns. You don't think people's going to go in then with machetes and chop kids' heads off? You don't think he would have went in with a baseball bat and start bashing kids' brains out? You guys don't think he's going to do that? He's fucking mentally ill. What? Oh, well, he don't have a gun. Well, he's going to go get a fucking machete. Or he's going to go use some pocket knife. Or he's going to get a baseball bat. He's going to find a weapon. What are you going to do? Ban knives? What are you going to do next? Ban baseball bats? What, he could have went out there and waited for kids to go out of school and fucking ran them all over in his car. You guys going to ban cars? Cars kill people all the time. You guys going to ban alcohol? People have OMVIs. People get caught for DUIs all the time driving drunk and killing people. I don't hear anybody saying they want to ban cars. You guys all need to wake up. This shit's ridiculous. You can't ban everything in the damn world. If people's going to kill somebody and they're mentally ill, they're going to find a way to do it. Like I said, whether it's a baseball bat, a fucking lead pipe, a tire iron. If somebody's going to kill somebody, they're going to find a weapon to use. That's just like when I used to work at a jail. These guys got all day and all night to think, and they're going to make a fucking weapon. Whether it's a lock off of a lock box, whether they get heat and mold something together, whether it's a thing they whittle, they're going to make a weapon. I mean, once again, you check these guys when they come in, you make them bend over and cough so they aren't hiding no weapons or drugs on them. But by God, in prison and jail, they're going to make a weapon. And I don't know why people have no common sense. And people want to sit here and talk to me like, whoa, can't we ban guns? And why can't we do this? Because every bad person's always going to have a gun. That's why. God, I wish people would wake up. Quit listening to the media. Quit listening to Black Lives Matter. Get away from the news. That's what they want us to do. They want to segregate you. They want to control you. Just look at the masks. Look at the vaccines. It's all about control and money and politics, See, here's what these people don't understand. Democrats, Republicans, they want to fight. They want blacks and whites to be against each other. They don't want nobody to get along. Well, you know what? I got news for you. Whether you like Trump, Biden, Pelosi, Schumer, Marjorie Taylor Greene, any of them, I don't care if they're Republican or Democrat or not. They can say whatever they want, whether you like it or hate it, whether it's racist, whether it's anything. They can say whatever they want, but let me tell you this. Mr. Trump and Mr. Biden and Mrs. Marjorie Taylor Greene and Mrs. Pelosi and Mr. Schumer, all these guys and girls, they get to go home with all their security in their gated communities in million-dollar homes. They don't have to worry about their kids getting shot. They don't have to worry about them getting shot. They are protected all the time. They are under surveillance. So they don't give a shit about us because they are protected at all times. So it's easy for them to say, yeah, let's ban guns. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's close the pipeline so we can all buy electric vehicles, which the inflation's so bad now. See, Biden, he just thinks everybody can go out and afford an electric vehicle. Biden, there's people that can't even afford to get to work. Wake up, you old fucker. You've destroyed America. You got people that can't even afford to get to work because gas prices are so damn high. And you want them to go out and buy an electric vehicle. How in the hell are they going to do that when they can't even afford to feed themselves, let alone get to work? But see, that's my point exactly. See, they don't think about that because, see, they have millions. So electric vehicle to them mean nothing because they have all the money in the world. And like I said, this video isn't about Republicans and Democrats. It's about people that need to stop watching the news and the media, and they need to get their shit together and focus on the stuff that's important. Because like I said in my last video, if you watched it, it's not about Democrats and Republicans. We're all paying $4.50 or more a gallon. We're all paying the high inflation costs. We're all paying high food prices, whether you go grocery shopping or fast foods. That's not a Democrat or Republican problem. We're all paying for that. Whether you're a Democrat or Republican, we're all paying the same price. So, I just wish everybody would wake up. Like I said, get it in your head that no matter how hard you make the gun laws, and whatever you do, that the bad people will always have a gun. And if you don't believe me, which most people's probably scared, but if you don't believe me, go to your worst city that you live around, whether it might not be the worst city, but go to a shady place if you really want to experiment and start talking to these people in the hood or these Section 8 housing. I know people scared and won't go there, but do me a favor and go there and start asking around. Tell them you want to buy a handgun. And like I said, I bet you 99.9% chance you will be able to find a handgun and buy it off of someone, or you will find someone that will say, yeah, this guy over here's got a handgun that he'll sell you. Guarantee you. And that's going to make my point exact on why the bad person will always have a gun. There is so many guns in this world. The only way to ban guns is to literally go out, go to everybody's house in the whole United States of America and dig and dig and dig and try to get every single gun out and burn them, melt them down. And that's going to be the only way that you're ever going to solve the gun problem. And there's still going to be guns that's hidden that you're never going to find. People will dig holes and bury them in there. People will have them in their attics. People will knock out their wall, put one in there, and cover it back up with putty. I mean, you're just never going to get the guns out of people's hands. I'm sorry. Like I said, that was tragic. And you know, you hear Kim Kardashian run her mouth. When are we going to start protecting our kids more than the Second Amendment? Well, you know what, Kim Kardashian? You never have to worry about your kids either, because you know you can go out and buy over an $800,000 house. Well, go over asking price $800,000 to get a house right by your mansion. So you know what? You don't have to worry about your kids. Like I said, it's a complete sad situation, but you're never gonna fix it. It's like going to a meth head and saying, "Hey, stop doing drugs." You think that's gonna happen? It's not gonna happen until they want to get help. It's like asking an alcoholic, "Hey, let's go to this AAU meeting. You need help." He's not gonna quit drinking alcohol until he's ready to. So my point of that being is we need to address the mental health more than the guns, because like I said, I've had an AR, AK, I've had guns my whole life, but I'm not going to go out and just shoot people because I'm not mentally ill. That's the problem that comes in, that this kid, boy, whatever you want to call him, was mentally ill. That's the thing, and we have so many mentally ill people out here. And, you know, and like I said, it's terrible. It's awful. But like I said earlier in this video, if people's going to kill somebody, they're going to find a weapon to kill somebody. And you know what? Like I said, you can ban guns. You can ban baseball bats. You can ban lead pipes. You can ban tire irons. People's going to go and they're going to get a rake. They're going to get a shovel. They're going to get an axe. You're always gonna, if somebody's gonna kill you or wants to go crazy, they're gonna find a way to do it. You can walk into Meijer right now and buy a $15, $20 machete if you're gonna go cut someone's head off. You know, sorry, might be gruesome and stuff, but you know what? If people's that mentally ill, they ain't thinking about gruesome. They'll go chop your heads off, like MS-13 gang. They just go up, chop your head off. A lot of them don't use guns. They have machetes they carry around. So just come on, people, wake up and use that brain a little bit and think.